settle down and listen to you. If you can have a conversation with them, you can get them to pause and listen to you long enough. It's easy to talk to them about stopping their feet. But the traditional way of making them stop their feet, obviously on this horse, or if you don't understand this, you're going to have grief. So everyone always tries to make them stand still here. They don't let them walk. They hold them tight, or they jerk on them every time they walk away. Whoa, 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 stand still. That just fuels the fire. So this horse, I started him yesterday on desensitizing him with the rope. I've done a few things with the whip I'll show you. But in order to have a conversation, he needs to understand reading patterns. And that's what I've really been struggling with him with. So when I've been talking about that a little bit in an article that I wrote about that. So I think he will read patterns. That yesterday took a long time, but he will tell me today how well he understood yesterday's lesson. So I'm going to bring the rope out. He was really bothered by the rope swinging around his legs, around his belly, everywhere. All that energy just put him into a mindset that we're a lot of times. Another problem with a nervous horse I find with humans interact with nervous horses is the human backs off when they get nervous. Okay, that's just that you can only control the environment for so long, and then you're just walking on eggshells. You're just one wrong environment or one little mishap away from a big wreck. So we try to teach the horse how to handle the environment versus trying to control the environment. And that works good for us. I find it's the only way to make safe horses, and so that's what we do. It's not that hard to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is come at him fast with this whip. I didn't come at him this fast in the beginning, but he knows enough now. I'm trying to create a really a lot of pressure so the environment just got electric, if you will. Because it's calm, it's quiet. I just caught him. He caught like a dream, stood there, let me walk up and put the halter on his nose. Last few days catching him, he's been like that a little bit. Stood like a rock to brush him. So I already know I can put some heat into him. So I'm going to start pretty fast. When I bring this whip up fast, the very first thing I'm working on, and the only thing I'm working on all day yesterday with the rope, is to stop your feet. Do not move your feet. Regardless of the pressure, regardless of the rope, everything I'm going to do with the rope, stopping your feet and holding is the answer. And I've talked about that lots, and I may seem like I'm coming off strong. It's because I talk about it lots, and I find the point really has to be clear, because I find people desensitized by going a little bit out here, and if he can handle this, then they do a little bit more, and if he can handle this, they do a little bit more. Again, trying to control the environment, and a slow build of pressure is what I want my horse to move from. So I want them to really understand, if I bring this stick up real slow and soft, I want him to respond to it and be movable from pressure. But anything fast and furious out of the blue, he ignores it and don't move a foot. Okay, so in order to read patterns, I need to work in a pattern. So right there was the second time I got aggressive with the whip. He didn't move a foot, so it's clear to me that's the best time to switch sides, because he took several times yesterday when I turned up the heat on him before he stopped. So I'm going to come to this side, same deal, start aggressive. If I don't get any movement there, there's no sense going on. I see people go on and on and on with a flag or stick or whatever, and you've missed a good opportunity to quit, right? Because when you quit is the most important thing. Now I'm going to go, so I go the right side, then I've done the left side, and I'm going to go over top his head. Okay, so he moved 1 foot, so I got to do it again. But I just do it for 3 seconds after. You know, I find a lot of times people will do it as soon as he stops, but that doesn't really, I find a horse has a hard time understanding that, because he's just going to move as soon as you start again. But if you wait and do it 3 seconds after he don't move his feet and then quit, it's the patterns that he's reading. Okay, so I'm going to quickly, another one I did was the rope. So swinging this rope around, this kind of got him. So he moved 3 or 4 feet. So I don't move my feet. I'll just stop and chill for a minute. And there's where he's chewing. So he's reading patterns. I mean, he didn't do a lot of chewing yesterday. It took a long time for him to chew. So I love to see that he chews right after a release. That tells me that he's starting to buy into that pattern thing. Good boy. Good boy. Emo, is that his name, honey?
Yes.
Emo. So I'm going to start again. Good. So he's picking up what I'm laying down there. He understood what I showed him yesterday for the last few days about desensitizing. And the more desensitized my horse gets, the more I ramp it up with different props and more energy. So like there's only so much energy I can do. After that, I try to do it out of the blue, try to startle them. Now, just like that. Now, if I'd have done that a week ago with this horse, you can see but I got to keep doing it now. So you can see that this one would have set him off, right? So anything like this, right? If I throw my hand at him, just doesn't matter what you do, you got to keep doing it till he don't move his feet. I've seen people that kind of make a head shy horse by reaching for their head, and they pull their head away, so then they don't go for the head anymore, they go down the shoulder. So the horse is really good at training people, so you got to watch what's going on. So I'm going to take the rope for the halter off because he passed that test really good. And I'm going to pick up my lariat. And yesterday, as soon as I dropped this rope, he just left, just like that. So I'm just going to start right now until I get my lariat, bring him around, just slowly pick up a direction. Let him go around there till I pick up my rope off the fence. And you can see that he's still a little bothered by that, but this is what I wanted to show you, is how I want to incorporate stopping his feet to this. So I'm just going to shake out a fairly small loop here now too, because I can swing it for a long time. I'm just going to stand in the middle and swing this. And yesterday he run, my arm got fairly tired yesterday. Oh, good boy. So he stops for 3 seconds, and I'll just quit. I'd look for a chew there. I'd hope to see a chew. You can see the whole energy comes up. And folks, if you're not bringing your horse to that mindset right there, to that emotion, you're not really helping him in the real world. Like when you take this horse out, these kind of horses, I find everybody always trains in the moment, right? Instead of thinking about what's going to happen later. Take this, I'll just paint a picture for you. Take him with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 horses. The more horses you have, the more energy you're going to have. Head out on a trail ride and have them all go one way and you go another way. And anybody that's been on many trail rides knows what's going to happen. That's the kind of environment you're going to have to teach in. So if we've never had that environment at home and taught him some control and taught him how to handle pressure at home, how the heck are we ever going to do it out there? You know, we've got the environment's in the worst place ever, and a horse has to be taught in every emotion, I find, right? As that energy gets higher, because I find as soon as they get there, they've been turning and stopping and backing and moving off the leg, all the body parts are there, everything's cool and hunky-dory until we get out there and that energy gets up. And it's almost like when they go in that right side of the brain, that's what I call is you just got to reteach when they're in the right side of the brain. And the deeper they are in the right side of the brain, the harder it is to get them back. So that's what I want to do. Good boy. So I want to be able to swing this rope. Nothing happens. So yeah, I just want you to kind of see a few things that I do when I desensitize. Yesterday took a long time to get where we're at right now. And what he's going to learn just from patterns from day to day is he's going to have a real easy day. Okay, so I can swing the rope. Next, I want to be able to throw the rope. So I'll shake a loop out here, and hopefully I don't miss him because I'm on camera. Good boy, I can throw it at him. He don't move his feet. I love that. That is just, I mean, he's done right now. I mean, I'm going to do a few more things with him, but those are the patterns I wanted to show you on film. I'm going to do some other things to him, but it's all going to be the same pattern. So hope that helped, guys, and enjoy the journey until we meet again.